Hey guys, welcome back to the Road to Exam series. I hope you've been having a good week. We are now on week 6, and it's the first of the mechanics questions that we've got. And it says here that figure 1 shows a large bucket being used by a crane on a building site to move materials between the ground and the top of the building. The mass of the bucket is 15 kilograms. The bucket is attached to a vertical cable with the bottom of the bucket horizontal. The cable is modelled as light and inextensible. There's a lot of information here and none of it seems that useful apart from maybe just the mass and it's pulling something up. When the bucket is on the ground, a bag of cement of mass 25 kilograms is placed in the bucket. The bucket with the bag of cement moves vertically upwards and constant acceleration 0.2 meters per second squared. Air resistance is modelled as being negligible, meaning we can just ignore it. And we're going to find the tension in the cable. Now this is probably the easiest one because instead of thinking of it as a cement inside a bucket, I'm just going to kind of imagine that it's almost like one single thing, right? So we have the bucket itself, which is 15 kilograms, so the weight is 15g. And then we've also got the cement, which is 25 kilograms, so the weight is 25g. And we have the tension in the string. Now it's moving upwards, so when I do F equals ma, I always do F equals ma in the direction that it's moving in, and it said that it was accelerating at 0.2 meters per second squared. That was just written at this part. I don't think there's anything else that we've missed in this question. It's just moving up, and I don't think we need to think about anything to do with normal reactions. We're almost imagining that the cement and the bucket have merged into one single object, okay? So like I said, I always do F equals ma in the direction that it's moving in. It's just my way of kind of making sure I always get the positives and negatives in the right place. So resolving the forces upwards, T is going upwards, 15g is going downwards, 25g is going downwards, and that's going to be equal to the total mass. The total mass is the 25 plus the 15, which is 40, multiplied by the acceleration. So T is 40 times 0.2 plus 15g plus 25g, or you could do that as 40g, couldn't you? You could just combine that. So it's 40 times 0.2 plus 15 times 9.8 plus 25 times by 9.8, and you do get 400. So the tension in the cable is exactly 400 newtons, no rounding required for this. And this is where we're going to think a little bit more carefully about what happens in part B. At the top of the building, so we're now at the top, the bag of cement is removed. A box of tools of mass 12 kilograms is now placed in the bucket. So they pulled up some cement, they're now going to let down some tools. Later on, the bucket with the box of tools is moving vertically downwards with constant deceleration, 0.1 meters per second squared. Air resistance is again modelled as being negligible. Find the magnitude of the normal reaction between the bucket and the box of tools. Okay, so let's just first of all think about the diagram. We are talking about there's like the bucket and there's the box of tools, and we're saying the normal reaction between them. In other words, the bucket is pushing onto the box of tools with a normal reaction. So I'm not even really thinking about the bucket's weight. I'm now just going to zoom in and think about what is going on to the box of tools that is being pushed on by the bucket. The box of tools has a weight of 12g. The bucket is pushing against it. That's the normal reaction that we're talking about right here. Now, I said something earlier. I said I always resolve in the direction that it's moving in. It's at the top of the building, and it's being put down again, and it's also slowing down. So it's not at the beginning of the journey. Maybe it's at the end, just before it's getting to the floor. It's starting to slow down with a deceleration. So I'm going to be resolving it downwards with F equals ma, and I'm going to say that it is decelerating. I'm going to indicate that it's still moving downwards, but it is deceleration. It's going to a negative 0.1 like this. Now, there are plenty of different ways of doing this. I personally just think resolve in the direction it's moving in. If it's a deceleration, just show it's negative. For me, that just makes the most sense. So when I resolve this, the forces going down is 12g. The forces going up is r. I did that because we're resolving in the downwards direction. And we're just concentrating on just the tools here. So the mass of the tools is 12, and the deceleration or the acceleration is minus 0.1. So 12g minus r is minus 1.2. So if I do the 12g plus the 1.2 and I put the r onto that side, the normal reaction is 12 times by 9.8 plus 1.2, which is 118.8 newtons. Now, for mechanics, you should not do something to this level of accuracy. You must round it to 2 or 3 significant figures. So I'm going to do to 3 significant figures. and I will go with 119 newtons for this. So this one was just concentrating on just the tools. This one was the bucket and the cement. So it depends on which thing you're looking at, right? That's why in this case I had the total mass. In this one I was only looking at the tools and thinking, what does the tools experience? It experiences its weight and it experiences the bucket's reaction pushing against it. I think people will have found this one a bit tricky because of the fact it's going downwards. There's a deceleration, a bit more tricky kind of stuff. So we're looking for 400 and 119 for this one that we've got here. So that was the first one for mechanics for week 6. When you come back next week, I'd like you to have a go at this question that we've got here. I'll just zoom out so that you can see it. And it's a functions kind of question. And yeah, there's a couple of interesting bits to this one. So I will see you next week, and I hope you have a good week. Bye, guys. I'm back with 3 reminders. 1, it's always a good idea to attempt the question yourself before you watch me go through it. 2, this video series is not intended as a replacement for your revision, but in addition to it. And number 3, if you do like the way that I teach or explain things, I do run some paid for classes, and you can find out more information about that linked in the description.